Nippon Paint Flex 400 waterproofs concrete permanently and effectively from Nippon Paint.
Woman entrepreneur for 2023 is Nishani Fernando. Manisha Exports Private Limited, congratulations to you.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe underscored the ongoing efforts to nurture female entrepreneurs capable of adapting to the country's economic transformation. The president highlighted the significant role women entrepreneurs can play in fostering the digital and green economy, affirming the government's commitment to supporting the empowerment of the women business community. President Ranil Wickremesinghe made these remarks addressing the Pratibhabhisheka Women Entrepreneur Awards 2023, held at the Colombo Hilton yesterday. Hosted by the WCIC, this awards ceremony honored remarkable female entrepreneurs and aimed to enhance their businesses and market access. Additionally, women from the SAARC region were provided with an opportunity to compete in a special category. President Ranil Wickremesinghe presented awards to 10 outstanding female entrepreneurs at the national category, while Professor Maithri Wickremesinghe presented the SAARC category awards. Established in 1985, the National Chamber of Commerce for Women in Business aims to boost women's contribution to Sri Lanka's economy and promote their involvement in key business endeavors. The WCIC, initially comprising a handful of professional women running successful businesses, has now expanded to over 300 members. Emphasizing the necessity for rapid economic transformation, President Wickremesinghe stressed the importance of transitioning to a new economic system, leading the country towards a competitive export economy. Additionally, he reiterated the government's commitment to providing maximum support to entrepreneurs. Hence, measures have been taken to defer the implementation of the parity law until the year's end.
Entrepreneur for 2023, winning it for Infoseek Private Limited, Mint HRM. Well done. Woman entrepreneur for 2023 is Nishani Fernando. Manisha Exports Private Limited, congratulations.
Let me first congratulate all those who were the winners of the award. I must also commend all those who took part, because this last year was not an easy year. The last 3-4 years has been difficult for all businesses, and I must commend the women entrepreneurs who made up their mind to go through it. This year will be about the first year with positive growth, 4 years. We've had a drop in our GDPs. We have gone down as much as 7%, and we have not yet come to the GDP of 2018. That will take another year or two. We just turned the corner in the last 2 quarters of last year. This is the first year we expect positive growth. It has not been easy. It has been difficult. We had to make many adjustments. We were living beyond our means. And all of you in business know what happens. So now we have to live within our means, which means that we cannot print money or borrow from the banks. So the only option then was to raise revenue. And that was a difficult period to put the VAT increase it in January, which is the most difficult year. But it is paying its way, it's paying rewards, because our whole intention is to strengthen the rupee and certainly drop the rate of inflation and therefore the rate of interest. So we will have to travel on this. There is no going back to the old period. We have to build a new economy. We have to undergo economic transformation, which means we are leaner, but we are also meaner. And we also have to become highly competitive and export-oriented. So it's in this atmosphere, in this background, that all competed and succeeded. But in this period, there were also many who lost out. And we must help all those who are capable of rising again. This is why we've declared a moratorium on Parata execution till end of the year. Let's see what we can do and how all your associations can help the members. But this is, since it's a new economy, it's a new beginning. We want to see many more women entrepreneurs. In fact, we want to see many more women in the workforce. We can't be satisfied with the number of women who are in the workforce. We have to increase it. So your association has a part in it by promoting women entrepreneurs, who in turn will ensure that more women are employed. The self-employed. So the government's policies, therefore, will be to promote a larger participation of women in the workforce. We have to do it. As time goes on, as our population growth is leveling out, the only way that you can increase or sustain your labor force is to ensure that more women participate. So these are some of the principles which are guiding us in building a new economy. To ensure transformation of the economy, a digital economy, a green economy, ensure we meet our net zero targets. It will be a completely different economy. But in that, there are many ventures which are open to women entrepreneurs. Small, medium and large, like to say. One is tourism. It's booming. But we are not doing enough to ensure that we get the maximum revenue, which means we need more people employed in the subsidiary services, and even in places where you have your bed and breakfast outfits, but not at $5 or $10. We want to ensure that it's at least $50 or $100. You've got to train people. The government certainly is willing to help. So if the Women's Chamber undertakes the course, we will join with you in ensuring more and more women enter the tourist trade in the different fields. It's an open one. And expansion of tourism means expansion of the food and beverages. That's the other. So we are also committed to the modernizing of agriculture. The process has just started. We have a long way to go. The first step is in giving freehold title to all those who have land development ordinance permits. That is about 1.5 million people. They'll own their own land which they cultivate now. We are looking at also at the same time at the other end, making available the other plantations which are vested or controlled by the government. That can be developed. Looking at opening up system A and B of the Mahaveli zones to give it to farmers who would like to take part, includes not only males but also females. A lot of agro-based industries that will come in, including some countries who've asked us for land for food security, which means bringing in new technology. It's not subsistence farming. We are about to reorganize our agricultural services, improve the delivery system. I must say at the moment it's virtually non-functional. So this is the other area. Either in agriculture, it can also mean high-tech agriculture, vertical agriculture. So these are all means in which we will be going ahead. So I think I would ask the association to come with a program to get more women involved in agricultural enterprises. Maybe micro, maybe small, maybe medium, maybe large. But it's an open field. It's not merely a question of cultivation. It's the whole supply chain. And at the end of it, can you compete into the markets of other countries? While our population will be stable, you have to remember the population in the countries of the Indian Ocean rim will all increase. Around us in South Asia, there may be about 600 million more people, not counting the fact that they'll have a higher income level. So food is one item that we could think of. We are looking at education, opening up education. I don't think countries with billions and billions can all run the education service at the same levels. We are a small country. So we have time. We have 10, 15 years to go ahead. Then the other areas, there are many others that are available, but I am happy that many of them have engaged in technology. A large number has now used technology. Yes, I think that's one area that we want to bring in the new technologies and go in with the digital transformation, even to promote AI. And that's another area in which, with the association, we'll certainly work out programs to help women who get into the field of technology. And I was amazed, and I think so would be the minister, that women are now getting involved in renewable energy, in solar energy. Yes, we should help them. Another area where there's money can be done. And there are, I think, enough women who can participate. I mean, renewable energy is one way in which you can earn money and stay at home. That doesn't mean work is there, but it has to be done nearby. The food industry itself. So these are whole new range of industries that are coming in, of other enterprises. There are many more. So we'd like the association, the chamber, to join us and see how we can get women, promote women to get more involved in entrepreneurship and also in training people for employment. That's another area. While we do this and we are promoting the economy, promoting more women being involved, we are also looking at the empowerment of women. At the moment, the cabinet has finalized the women's empowerment bill. We have also worked on the gender equality bill. So both those will become law very soon as far as the women are concerned. And then the gender budgeting bill. That will take a little longer. But those are three bills that are on the way. Outside your area of commerce, of course, we still have to have discussions and finalize the new legislation on violence against women, so to modernize the system. So these are some of the areas while the government would like to see more and more women participate in the field of enterprise, we will also be bringing around the legislative changes. And I must say, this was done by all of us. I met the women parliamentarians. They have formed what's called the Women's Caucus in Parliament. And I said, these are about women. These are the topics, kindly give me the draft laws. So they sat, they had hearings, that of course is normal. And at the end of it, they have produced the reports. So I must commend all the members of the Women's Caucus, starting from Dr. Fernando Pulle, who irrespective of political parties got together for the betterment of the women. I wish the male leaders will also do that. Unfortunately, I've asked them many times, join us. We have to go to a new economic framework. We can go back. And remember, we have to give assurances to the IMF and about 30 creditors, which we cannot break. You can't go back on it. If you go back on it, they will withdraw the support. So I've been telling them, let's all get together and agree on how we open up the economy. Then it doesn't matter who wins, who loses. The system is the same. And if you want, you can ignore the politicians and go ahead and do your business. But unlike the women MPs, the male MPs have not yet seen census. So I'll have to ask Dr. Fernando Pulle and others to go and tell all those leaders, look, we got together, we have resolved the issues. Let's get together and resolve the country's issues. So anyway, I don't want to take any more of your time talking about what the males in the opposition are doing. You see it every day on TV. Nevertheless, I'd like to thank the Chamber for having invited me and wish you all the best in your endeavors.
For more latest news, subscribe to FTTV.